here 3v3 Ulthane Temple, blue team. It's Nurland, plays a Plague Champion, starts out range combat with this damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, good utility, can build turrets and repair, but is slow. Alongside HandS0me SoddiNg Superman is an Eldar Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs and some debuffs and crowd control too. And rounding out the blue team is SuperHooper as a Kommando knob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up, Orky style. Red team is Fear, plays a Ravener Alpha tunneling commander with great mobility, some serious offense as well, starts off range combat and he is on the solo lane against that Plague Champion there. Alongside, no idea how I meant to say this name, aqa.ad. Anyway, he's a Techmarine, starts out range combat, some good damage output, can get a melee weapon, good utility, can build structures and repair and deal with vehicles very nicely. And rounding off the red team is PhatE as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat trying to take this node. The commando is going to turn around and shoot him up with that twin-link shooter. Those short bursts really put out some DPS, and there's a Techmarine alongside, so we might see a relay beacon play, and that is what HandS0me SoddiNg Superman is thinking about right now too. Relay beacon can be very strong on this map if played well and defended well. 492, 499 early on, double 2-1 I should say for blue. Plague Champion has taken the west, and Plague Champion could do pretty well first engagement I think versus Tyranids. That damage over time bolter does some serious damage, and he can outlast things with his Nurgle worship behind heavy cover quite well. Is a bunch of spore mines though. Very difficult to hit them with ranged weapons because they're so small, and they will terrorize these double heretics, and they will hit all the models with a central detonation. Boom, there it is. But it does deal with them quite nicely there, Nurland. Down goes the Plague Champion, who just took his eyes off him for a second, and that's what can happen in Dawn of War 2. 492, 475. So good play from Fear, used the spore mines as a distraction, and they worked out perfectly, took out the Plague Champion there. War Banner up, giving a damage buff and I think some other buffs to nearby Orks, and in fact these allied Dire Avengers are being buffed. Howling Banshees in retreat path of these tactical marines who force melee combat and take out a model. They are getting the aspect of strength. What's this? Scouts capping. We have some Ravener tunnels here. All of his allies can travel through them, but only 4 units at a time can travel. 492, 452. Heretics, Doom Blast. And some worship. That might be a mistake from Nurland, I believe that was. I believe he was meant to worship with the other squad and loses that squad there. WTF. And Chaos Space Marines caught in retreat path, and he's going to lose that squad. That is a terrible engagement for Nurland. One misplay with the worship there. I've done it also. You worship the wrong squad or hit the wrong button instead of... Yeah, he said they didn't retreat apparently. 492, 428. See if he can recover over that side. Might need some help. Techmarine's in trouble. Farseer chasing him down, but he does get away. Here's some Pawn worship boosting the speed of all of PhatE's units, even his vehicles and stuff. I think all in all, I'd give it the most powerful worship award. Corn worship speed increase is always so useful in all situations, pretty much. 490, 427, and it affects everything you've got. Dire Avengers capping mid. So he's lost his Plague Champion, he's lost Heretics and CSM. Can he recover? These guys are not capping for a start. Some Noise Marines. Looks like he wants to concede or something. Is he still playing? He's capping here. 475, 427. He's replacing his Chaos Space Marines. Fear has a Warrior Brood with Barb Strangler, so he wants some Raptors on the field, I think. And he can get some up. I mean, losing an unupgraded Heretic squad is not the end of the world, and he can recover from losing CSM. It's not quite as painful as losing a Tactical Marine squad. 471, 427. Ravener Alpha using his tunnels well, coming to assault this power farm now. Barb Stranglers do pitiful damage to structures. but he should be able to take it down with the double termagants and formagaunts there. 470, 427, 2-to-1 cap for red team, and he's actually rebuilding with Havocs. And I think that's a mistake. I think he should go for some Raptors, be aggressive against these warriors, trying to get some model losses and wipe Fear's stuff. If you want to get wipes on Tyranids, go after the Synapse creatures. Sounds obvious, but a lot of players just try and bleed termagants. Can he finish off these warriors? He can. Nicely done, SuperHooper, and that's why it's always so dangerous to try and hit that power. An advantage for the North team, I think, because it's not nearly as dangerous to hit this one. Heretics with the Aspiring Champion in amongst a bunch of Orks, but they do retreat. The Chaos Lord is there using Kill the Weak just to try and get some model losses, but couldn't. 438, 427. Doombringer is up on the Farseer. That nasty damage resistance debuff, and double Rangers up. Sniper Infantry both retreated out though. Howling Banshees found a tunnel to smack on. Dire Avengers capping west. These are HandS0me's, and his pushing power is Nurland. That power harass, which cost Fear his warrior brood, has made it a lot easier for Nurland to recover here. 433, 424. Fear trying to push an advantage, and it backfired on this map with that very dangerous power harass in that location. Can really get you caught. I've been caught several times trying to bash that power from the west side. 433, 416. And he's completely bashed this power, has Nurland. He has Havoc's covering, which he's got Barb Strangler Warriors again, so that is 50 power just spent on Barb Stranglers in tier 1 by Fear. He's going for some Raveners as well. Very heavy tier 1, as Tyranids often do. Howling Banshees coming in against Tactical Marines, who retreat very late there, and they lose a model for it. There's a War Shout as well. But those Tacs do get away. 433, 397. Banshees need to run down to 2 models, but they're okay. Noise Marines up for Nurland are in mid now. Such an awesome squad with that Sonic Blaster, disabling ranged weapons and some ranged abilities such as grenade throws. Ravener Brood is up for Fear. Disruptive unit with a Burrow Strike. They start off as a power melee squad, and we're going to see that Burrow Strike here. Knockback. It's a pretty strong knockback as well, and he's going on to these Havocs with that power melee. Nurland notices a bit too late to save the whole squad, but does save 2 models, and he'll be happy with that, I think. 433, 374 Raveners. Ravener Brood really risky against the Plague Champion. I think he can counter initiate so well, and these guys with 300 hit points of infantry armor can go down very quickly to a melee Plague Champion Plague Sword and Aspiring Champion Heretics, and he is going for an Aspiring Champion. He needs his Plague Champion revived though. Formagaunts there capping. 433, 366. He has recovered though. Nurland certainly has recovered. In fact, he's in tier 2 with Bloodletters on the way, and Fear is not in tier 2. Hasn't even started. 433, 366, and whoops, can he go tier 2 now? No, needs a bunch of power. Blood Crusher on the way for PhatE. SuperHooper with a Weird Boy on the way, which will help greatly, as it always does. 424, 366, a Webway Gate on the west side now, put up by HandS0me. He has one in his base as well, so he can support instantly over there. He also has one here. Some nice places to put gates. The Warrior Brood will spot the gates because they are a detect unit. Huge engagement in mid. Flame attacks forcing off Banshees. Fear with his usual ranged Tyranid build, which can be devastating, and he plays it very well. 410, 366. Down goes the Kommando. Even in retreat there, cannot stand up to the ranged firepower. He has the Corrosive Devourer. He doesn't have the Corrosive Devourer yet. He does have Devourers on his Raveners though. Turns them into a pretty versatile squad. They can steal Burrow Strike, get a good range weapon, and they retain a decent amount of melee effectiveness. They do lose power melee, but they still retain some decent melee damage and special attacks and stuff. 410, 360, Bloodletters getting shot up. Nurland needs to notice. There we go. He's phased them out and brought them back into worship. This is a power melee squad, and they are incredibly dangerous. They can pour out damage like nothing else pretty much in tier 2, apart from maybe Gene Stealers. And they're a teleporting squad as well. Basically a jump troop, though their jump is very much delayed. Bloodcrusher coming across, causing all sorts of trouble. No vehicle counters over here for blue team. Bloodletters with power melee, unlike in retail where they have heavy melee, but you do have a power fist on the Plague Champion. Not all that effective versus vehicles really. 72 DPS heavy melee. It's not really going to take down most stuff by itself. Just a pretty solid all-round weapon with awesome anti-melee capabilities with the Pestilent Strike. 410, 327. Weird Boy disrupting. Wraith Guard on the field for HandS0me. Double Blood Crushers from PhatE. Recently buffed in Beta 5. They now come out in 40 seconds, so you can get doubles out a lot quicker, and that's what it's gone for. We'll see how it pays off. It's a big map, so their mobility can help them out here, but also means they can overextend way into enemy territory. He does have double heretics to worship, and that is Khorne worship, which as we all know is awesome, boosting their speed even more. They have very good single target damage as well. Blood Crushers, a lot of people underestimate their damage. Almost 100 heavy melee. You just don't get the splash you do with Walkers. 402, 320, almost taking down this Farseer in retreat, but she does get away. Sluggers unable to finish the cap. Scared away by double Blood Crushers, and blue team needs some anti-vehicle in mid. You have tank busters for SuperHooper. A shotgun up for the Kommando knob. We have Wraith Guard, which will do a lot of damage to all targets. That's if they can hit them though, and they're very unlikely to hit moving Blood Crushers. 385, 320 kicking off on the west side. There's a Noxious Cloud, moves it a bit late and moves it in the wrong direction. Plague Champion with Armor of Pestilence. Plague Fist will most likely fill that out with the Icon of Nurgle also. Is going to be a big damage soak, the Plague Champion. He's still level 1 though, he needs to level up, and the Icon of Nurgle will help him level up a lot, but he's not going for it. He must have something specific in mind that he wants. Marco Zinch on his CSM, an important choice that allows him to focus down Warrior Brood models very quickly, as well as those Venom Brood models. A Zoanthrope is up for fear, and Nurland is pushing the action here. Still no Icon of Nurgle, not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for his Plague Champion to level up a bit before he purchases it. Tier 3 for SuperHooper, there's a Zoanthrope shot. Bloodletter's not jumping in though. Here come double Blood Crushers. Nicely done by PhatE. A sync kill on that Marine model, awesome stuff. And here come Heretics as well. That was the Aura of Decay knocking back those Heretics. Does the Plague Champion get away? Looks like he does. 321, 320. And a full retreat from Nurland. He did decap here. Blue team under pressure. These double Blood Crushers doing very well, giving them mobility to come to the west side in a flash. Whoa, Heretics dying all over the place. 321, 320. There's Wraith Guard volleys going in. Basically a short range artillery unit. They also suppress infantry with those shots, and they themselves cannot be suppressed. They're actually quite tough. Wraith Guard, 24, 50 hit points as you can see there with their Warlock leader at level 1. 319, 320. They can also get a self-heal out in tier 3. Blood Crushers smacking it on the webway gate. Down it goes. Some Khorne worship for them too. They're going to hit power. And between them they'll take down a generator quite quickly, as you can see there. And this flank from SuperHooper. He has the rocket launcher on his Kommando knob, a devastating anti-vehicle weapon, and he has tank busters. Are both of these Blood Crushers going to get away? They need to charge out. There we go. What's he doing? He's not shooting at the Blood Crushers. He's chasing down those Heretics. That was odd. Didn't even want to get a single shot in. 297, 320. Maybe he thought he'd just get charged and tied up. West side is red. Nurland has been very cautious with his Bloodletters. In fact, I have not even seen them smack anything in the face yet. Plague Champion still without the Icon of Nurgle. It's gone tier 3. 297, 319. A Plague Champion, I think, can do pretty damn well staying in tier 2. I often do it for sure. Snipers up on the field for the Techmarine player that I can't say the name of. Mark of Khorne CSM for PhatE. Gives them chain axes, which are power melee weapons, a speed buff, and a health buff, but they are shut down by the Weird Boy's awesome Warp Vomit. 8 seconds of stun. incredibly effective versus Terminators, as they cannot retreat out of it, and are basically sitting ducks for 8 seconds with a damage resistance debuff from the stun as well. Chaos Lord forced to retreat. He's got his very painful melee build, Lightning Claws, Harness of Rage, Dark Halo, but it's all kicking off. Here come Howling Banshees, and down goes that Blood Crusher, a combination of Tank Busters and the Banshee's Executioner Spear taking it down. The other one does survive. No one was expecting them to both survive into tier 3, and nice plasma cannon shots. Techmarine with the Mastercrafted Bolter. This is the first time I've seen it with the new model, and there you see it with that scope looking pretty awesome. 297-281. Born Worship at the VP. Wraithguard moving in. D cannon is up for HandS0me with that ridiculous range it has, and Singularity, which is fantastic. West side, bunch of Rippers died. Here we see a couple of Capillary Towers boosting the speed of this Tyranid blob of death. Zone Throat, Barb, Triangle Warriors, double Termagants, Venom Brood with Range Synapse, yes. Does he have damage Synapse? He does. Raven Alpha with the Corrosive Devourer, 297-260. This is a plasma weapon, this thing, one of the best ranged weapons you can get for a commander, I think. Nob Squad on the way for SuperHooper, that will tear apart the remaining Blood Crusher if they can get their hands on it. And a Tyrant Guard on the way for Fear, so he is going to have a tank at the front of his army to soak damage and charge in and disrupt, which is basically exactly what he needs. If you go up against the Bloodletters, I think it will take him down, even though the Bloodletters will do quite a lot of damage to it. Those power melee weapons, Havoc Steel with their heavy bolter. Heretics with Aspiring Champions taking down these towers, which are not auto-targeted. You do need to target these things, and they do give you a chunk of XP, 75 XP for each one. They're kicking off at the blue team's natural. Red team with a big push here. 297-228. Blood Crusher at the front, taking big hits. Whoa, it's going to go down. Down it goes. Predator tank for the Techmarine player. Howling Banshees in amongst those Mark of Khorne CSM. Do they get away? That's a funny retreat, but they do get away just about. 297-216. Nob Squad infiltrated. Very expensive tier 3 squad, fighting melee combat and can go toe to toe with anything in the game. They can be supported incredibly well by all 3 Ork commanders. As you just saw there, the Commander Nob can infiltrate these guys. The Mech Boy has great war gear support buffs, and the War Boss has great global and war gear buffs. Techmarine, is he in retreat? I don't think he is. Nope, he's just running back. There's a big mistake now, he's in retreat, I think. 297-196, and down he goes. Right in me, Crosshairs was up there, and he retreats his Nob Squad. Oh, they did lose a model. 297-190. And talk about support, all of the Ork commanders have Calder Boys as well, which is devastatingly effective when used with the Nob Squad. Fear takes the west side. Took him longer than I thought it would to take it back, and Nurland is a great unclean one on the way. He does have the Icon of Nurgle up now. Still haven't seen these Bloodletters in a fight. They do have some XP though, so they must have smacked something in the face. The Techmarine is being revived by the Chaos Lord. That will level him to 3. The Techmarine himself is also level 3. He has Artificer. Raven Alpha is level 3. Plague Champion still level 1. Farseer is in a gate somewhere, and the Commander Nob is level 5 with Sneaky Infiltration Kit. Here is that Farseer. She's fully kitted out. Has the Armor of the Assyrian, which is awesome, and Runes of Reaping, so she can use her buffs and Time Field more often. 283-179. 2-to-1 cap for red. I hear something blowing up. That was Orks hitting power. And they took down a Gent. 277-179. Can Nurland push against this VP? He needs to take down this Capillary Tower for a start. It is surprisingly easy to overlook them though when you're playing. 267-179. Now he's spotted it, and it's going to go down. Going to get some XP for his Plague Champion, not quite enough to level him. Current Guard now has entered shield wall mode, gives him vehicle armor and some pretty high health regen. He does need a lot of it though, since he has quite a big health pool. Ordinarily he has super heavy infantry armor on his shield wall. Benefits greatly from Synapse, which speeds him up. Tactical Marines eating a volley from that Wraith Guard squad and is instantly forced off. There you see the time field. Heretics trying to charge and lead the line, but that was an ill-advised push and they get away. Wow, no, they don't get away. D-Cannon out of nowhere with that perfect accuracy on the move. Seemed to hit it through this tree line as well. 237 179. Knob squad eats a plasma cannon shot, and there's a weird way, but did not disrupt the plasma cannon since it was already in retreat. Weird Boy took another hit in addition to the warp vomit nerf. Its basic attack now fires slightly slower, and the Great Unclean One is on the field, and there's a Noxious Cloud. Need to move it. Oh, he's running out, that's why he's not moving it. 224 177. Capillary Tower lives. Tyrant Guard pushing against these Marco Zinch CSM, and he's going after them big time. Also has a very nice special attack. The Tyrant Guard does have an animation delay after he uses the special, but he does big damage and knockback. 224 160. Venerable Dreadnought dropped in by the Techmarine player, aqa.ad or whatever his name is. If you drop a Techmarine, if you drop a Venerable, you're instantly my friend. I love this thing. 224 140. Triple cap by blue team. Nurland really has recovered here. What's the Tyrant Guard doing? Tie up the CSM, or they retreated anyway. Venerable Dreadnought stomping around, breaking stuff in the face and inspiring troops. Plague Champion's now level 2. Great Unclean One backing away, I think. Get a Raptor squad, Nurland. You have the resources. Maybe he wants some Terminators on the field. With Lightning Claws, they can teleport in and shred stuff. 224 92. Double cap for blue team. Great Unclean One on the field for PhatE also. There's the Armored Assyrian time field, and there's an Imperial Abyss. That is pain. Did he even lose a squad though? The Kommando got away. I don't think he did. 224 78. Raven Alpha taking west side. He's still level 3, almost level 4. The Tyrant Guard lived. Ravener Brood level 2. They have 2 gens up here. What is this? Chaos Lord roaming around. Great Unclean One alongside. Need some worship support. And PhatE has lost a lot of stuff. It looks like he still has Mark of Point CSM, and these guys are level 3. Done well. But it's a long map. aqa.ad now has a Predator tank on the way. Looks like he lost his other one, I suppose. Down goes the Fury Tower. Noise Marines with Blastmaster for Nurland. And everything is going after the Tyrant Guard. And look how much damage this thing is tanking in Shield Wall. 203 69. That Corrosive Devourer doing a number on the Plague Champion. There is the Pestilent Strike, which greatly reduces range damage, but it also affects enemies if they're inside that cloud. 194 69. Here comes the Venerable Dreadnought. 1750 hit points of Walker Badassery. 190 69. Bloodletters instantly out of there. Going straight after these Noise Marines. Now going after the Plague Champion. Plague Champion cannot take on the Venerable Dreadnought, no way. He's trying to though. One more hit might take him down. Very nearly did. Just about got away. And a full retreat from Nurland. This Venerable is really screwing him up on this side. 174 69. Now the Great Unclean One under some serious pressure. Look how fast his health went down there. That was crazy. That was like one volley from the Tyranids. Wow. He does have a Doom of Malantar, so he might have used Paroxysm at some point. I didn't quite see him use it. 163 69. 2-1 cap for red team. And the Great Unclean One for PhatE also goes down. Nurland getting another one. Fear coming mid and almost assassinates the Weird Boy immediately. In fact, he still might do it on retreat. does, and that was a level 3 weird boy. That is painful. Takes down the webway gates. Those guys are actually inside the webway gate, don't worry about that. Las Cannon Predator, red team dominant right now. I think red team have this, surely. They have a 2-to-1, they can cap blue team's natural.
You are losing us a victory point.
Level 2 Noise Marine setting up. That Tyrant Guard still tanking damage like crazy. He does have a las cannon now. Tyrant Guard trying to charge in, but was snared by the las cannon and is taking big shots. There's no minimum range on las cannons and down it goes. 11569 gates coming up here. D cannon, fire prism, 2 D cannons even. There's the paroxysm from the Doom of Manatite, and there's a time field, and there's a noxious cloud and an Eldritch Storm. That would have been devastating, but this stuff was already in retreat, and that Eldritch Storm is wasted. Unlucky for HandS0me. 8269 is a triple cap for red. Is it all over? I think it is. Venerable Dreadnought has been awesome. Dropped it on that west side, and it was tearing up Nurland. Looted tank against double predators. The Chaos Predator has a Mark of Corno, which actually reduces the damage of its top mounted autocannon, but greatly increases the damage of the 2 side sponsored bolters, or heavy bolters even. Venerable lives, almost level 2. This thing can become an absolute beast if it's level 4. What's that? That's a fire prism getting shots. Predator tank running risks. Wraith Guard can really hurt tanks if they catch them trying to move back. 2169 double, sorry, a 2-to-1 for red. Nurland has taken the west side back, but can blue team take their natural back? Not sure if they have time to. There's a rocks, and that is going to be devastating stuff with a time field. And PhatE didn't retreat his heretics at all for some reason. Now they are retreating. A very good nuke. Is it going to be enough? Nicely done by SuperHooper. Looted tank somehow survives. These tactical marines still have a flamer in tier 3, deep into tier 3. 369. Farseer taking back the natural, but Fear is back on the west side. There's a great and clean one. Tyranids formation went off. Looks like it did a lot of disruption. I'm actually quite a big fan of this nuke. A lot of people don't like it, think it doesn't do enough damage, but it does a lot of disruption and it appears very good. You get very little chance to move or dodge out of the way of it. More Ravenous drops. Plague Champion going straight after the Doom Manatite. There's a foul snare. It's dead Doom Manatite, I think. Now in retreat, one more shot maybe by the Great and Clean one. No, did a special attack and a Doom of Manatite gets away. aqa.ad, what happened to him? I'm not sure. Maybe 8 something. Nob squad is fully upgraded for SuperHooper with a Nob leader, huge hammers, and Mina and Greener. They are pretty mean right now. 342. Blue team holding on, looking pretty good considering what happened to PhatE on that nuke. Another Venerable Dreadnought dropped by aqa.ad. Charging in. The only Dreadnought that can charge. Here comes some Seer Council from HandS0me. A power melee squad don't really want to fight a Walker 1v1, but they're going to try. And it's taking las cannon hits as well. They're keeping it in place there for the las cannon. Wraith Guard also. And here comes the Great and Clean one. This is a dead Venerable. Did not last long, did he? 319. Blue team still holding on. Venerable holding on. Taking out some Seer Council, but it does go down. There is a Stoicism. Has 10 seconds of life left with a constant buff and increased damage. And kind of pointlessly walks away to Kerish. 3 and 9. Red team pushing through mid again, trying to take this game back. Really turned on its head with that nuke from SuperHooper, and whatever happened to aqa.ad, he lost his Venerable, his first one, and then his second one just went down. And there's blue team taking it with a 2-to-1 cap. Wow. Nurland under some serious pressure early on, but just goes to show you can recover after early losses. No need to give up. Nurland had a tough time versus Fear, but held his own and in fact preserved his squads pretty damn well after the start. Did lose a great and clean one, but did get a second one too, so Nurgle is happy. HandS0me with some good support with gates. The Seer Council, Wraithguard did quite well. We got to level 4 in fact. And SuperHooper with that game-changing nuke had a Nob squad as well. Level 7 Kommando Nob. Booby traps at the end. Level 9 Eldar Farseer, wow. A level 4 Plague Champion. Level 4 Ravener Alpha Fear with his usual ranged Tyranid build, which did a lot of nasty stuff but didn't quite have the staying power to hold this west side for a length of time. aqa.ad, or whatever his name is, level 6 Techmarine is down at the end. And PhatE's level 4 Chaos Lord also down. Had that Lightning Claw build, which is risky on this map. Chaos Lord can just be left wandering around, not getting into fights. But there you have it guys, hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.